Hey, it's Joshua Meeks with the PNW team at Keller Williams Realty, and you are watching the June PNW Monthly Market Update. Record-setting amount of homes going under contract this last month, and a record-setting price per square foot between Pierce, King, Thurston, and Snohomish counties. Now, around this time last month, we actually for a moment saw around the same amount of homes available as the amount of homes that were going under contract. And compared to this time this year, we're looking at almost 3 times the amount of homes going under contract this last month than the amount of homes that were actually available, still showing a significant disparity between the amount of homes that are available and those that are being demanded within the market. We also saw a slight increase of the price per square foot, going up from around $392 to $397 price per square foot. And again, around this time last year, we were barely talking about breaking $300 price per square foot, and that's showing us consistently around a 20 to 25% increase year over year price per square foot, which is a dramatic amount of equity that we're seeing in the Pacific Northwest, encouraging more people to maybe consider selling their home that hadn't even been considering it over the last few years. Now, as far as months of inventory, days on market, list price compared to sales price, all of those numbers have been really consistent over the last month or so. Homes are still selling for around 108% of list price and have for around the last 60 days. Homes are still taking on average around 10 days on market before they're going under contract, and we saw around 0.5 months of inventory between this last month and this month, showing that some of these metrics are actually starting to even out or level out a little bit. Now, one of the questions that are coming up pretty often right now is who are buying all of these homes, and while there are a few answers for who is providing the demand in this current housing economy, we know at least one of the specific demographics are millennials. Whereas we know some baby boomers come from this mentality that it's a good idea to buy one home and stay in it for a long time and maybe have one source of income and one retirement and be in it for a long time. What we're seeing is a lot of people from these kind of a millennial or Gen X demographic who are not just buying their first home, but maybe even their second home or a duplex or a fourplex or maybe an apartment complex. And this is a demand that we're seeing within the housing industry, not just with single family homes at this time, but with the demand with multi-family homes has been significantly increasing over this last 12 months. Along those same lines, what we're also seeing is a lot of people over this last 12 to 15 months during this what we would call a COVID era are really starting to rethink their industry, starting to rethink their vocation, as well as their housing and what that looks like for them. We saw a significant increase in the amount of self-employment over the last year, and along with that, people that are starting to look around and say, what would it look like during our buyer consult in these first conversations to instead of consider buying a house, to consider buying a duplex or a fourplex, and maybe even eventually something larger. Yesterday, I shot a quick live video with this statement that a lot of people have the perspective that when the market is doing well, it is time to sell. Would love to hear your feedback on how this last 12 to 15 months is making you think about your home or an additional home as an investment. Seeing the demand for housing and seeing the demand for homes over this last year, has it made you want to keep your house because you realize the significant value in your home? Or are you leaning towards selling your home because the market's doing so well? So what we'd love is for you to leave a comment below, share with us how this last 12 to 15 months in the housing economy and the demand that we're seeing is influencing your decisions when it comes to your home. Thank you for watching the June PNW Monthly Market Update. If this has been helpful for you to watch, feel free to like it so we know to continue to create content like this. Thank you for watching and see you next time on the PNW Monthly Market Update.